Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Jake with Mind Over Mind, and today I'm going to be reviewing General Grievous, the first of a series of buildable figure reviews that I'm going to be having on this channel, and without further ado, let's begin. Now before I start the review itself, I just want to say that I was pleasantly surprised by the scale of this dude. General Grievous is one of the coolest characters of the I guess the prequel trilogy, and he got a lot of love from LEGO, for sure. I mean, I really like the size of this set. When I initially attached his legs to his torso, I was like, man, this guy is gonna be something else. So I just want to say that. I mean, this guy is a lot bigger than I thought he would be, and I'm very, very happy with the final results. But before we get into the figure itself, let's go ahead and look at the box a little bit more. So, as I said before, this is a set for ages 8 through 14. It is set number 75112. It has 186 pieces, and of course his name is General Grievous. Now I really like the box design. The background, you can see some battle droids and everything in the background looking at Ben Kenobi fighting General Grievous. It's kind of funny how he's right here and also in the background simultaneously fighting. At the very back you see some of his functions. Basically you can combine his arms like so, just like seen in the movies and the Clone Wars TV show. And it also shows a full figure scale, I guess, showing him in full form. It also shows that he is 32 centimeters tall, or 12.5 inches, which is a little bit more than a foot. It also shows the other buildable figures that are for sale, and it's kind of weird actually to see Disney's logo all over the place on this box. It's something that I'm definitely going to have to get used to because, of course, Star Wars is Disney now, so it's something to get used to. So I'm just going to go over Poseability really quick for this figure. I will say that it does feel very stiff, although it is a massive figure. I mean, I really had to change my shooting style just for this figure alone to fit him all on screen. But basically, he does have a lot of stiffness. I mean, yes, his arms are very flexible, like he has 3 ball joints in each limb. Which is nice, 1, 2, 3. So his arms are good. He has 3 ball joints in each arm, and it's fine. I'm talking about the legs. They're kind of stuck in this position. Just because of the way it's set up, if you try to stand him too tall, the ball joints in his ankles kind of snap out of place. And this is for both sides as well, because these legs are pretty much the exact same. In fact, they are the exact same. But the way that it's set up with the backwards knee joints type of aesthetic, it's kind of difficult to pose him in many other poses besides, you know, this. It's specifically modeled so that this is always at this angle. Of course, you can lean it down a little bit more to give him more of a hunched look, but even then the ball joints, I was gonna say, even then the ball joints pop out, and look, both ball joints on each side popped out. So your range of motion is very limited for the legs themselves. It's just something that I wish could have been a little bit more improved, but you know what? Even though we have an awesome figure, there are going to be some flaws. Now it's kind of difficult to put the leg back in. There we go. Okay, so again, the legs are very, you know, not very posable. I'm sure some people can get some really cool poses out of this guy, but for me, a casual, you know, Lego builder, poser, someone who poses stuff to go on shelves, it's difficult for me to put him in the pose that I really want him to be in. So that's saying something. Now, aesthetically, I really like the looks of this guy. The only thing I don't like too much is the placement of these 2 shoulder pads right there. The reason is because I feel like his head doesn't have too much motion because of that. these shoulder pads are actually limiting his head motion, which is something that, you know, some people might not care about, but it is, you know, kind of difficult to like move his head from side to side without his chin pointing upward because it's rubbing against his shoulder pads. So that's something to take into consideration. I don't know if it's just because I have the placement off or something, but I'm pretty sure they're on there correctly. I mean, there's only one ball joint that they can go right there, and once you put it on, it kind of just, you know, sits there. I will say that I am very happy with the headpiece. It looks very reminiscent of the source material. It looks very mean, which is also a plus. I love the way the fins are angled here. I know that sometimes they can move, but the way they angled them is very cool. Also, the way his kind of face mask comes down is just very aesthetically pleasing. I really like the mold itself. It also has different colors for the eyes and those black streaks running up, just like seen in the source material. So I am very happy with the head mold itself. It's going to be definitely one of those pieces that are going to be kind of exclusive. This is the only set that it's going to come with, and I feel like this is going to be one of the sets that kind of goes down as, you know, the crown of the Buildable Figure series. So I think at a $40 price range, it's a nice figure. Another thing that I wanted to point out is his chest print is very cool. It just shows, you know, like there's more under the hood. He's not just a cybernetic being, but he's also a biological creature as well, and it kind of shows that fleshy stuff underneath, which is very cool. So now we've gone over the most of the aesthetics. I just want to go over, you know, some of the functions that this creature has now. And that one function is really just one function. So basically his arms, as seen in the movie and TV show, can be brought together. So if I go ahead and take off these lightsaber pieces, if I go and take these lightsaber pieces off from each hand, I can combine his two arms to create just one conjoined arm or limb. So that's something that's, you know, what General Grievous is actually known for. Other than, you know, wielding 4 lightsabers at a time, he also is known for, of course, bringing those 2 arm pieces in and just wrecking with his 2 limbs as well. So he has some options in terms of combat. And seeing him now like this, I actually like him better with the 2 limbs. It just he looks more solid. I like the way that these armor plates kind of go together when it's just one limb. So it's very cool to see how you have multiple ways of posing this guy, even though there are some factors that are kind of limiting the figure itself. Now I just want to go over some pieces that I think are really cool. I just want to say that this recolor in gunmetal gray for this kind of ribcage piece is very nice. Previously we've only really had it in translucent color, so it is cool to see it in a solid color now. And I also want to say that these kind of tan armor pieces are new. I'm pretty sure that these are a new iteration of the kind of armor pieces that can be attached to the CCBS character system, so that's a nice welcome as well. Pretty sure that these colors are new for this piece as well, this armor piece, and those are much appreciated. And let's look at these lightsabers really quick. So initially I was really excited that we were going to get lightsaber builds for these the CCBS system. I didn't expect them to be flexible though, so that's kind of depending on where you stand on that, it could be a pro or a con. For me personally, I wish they had been more rigid, but you know, that's just preference. I wish that they had used a different color piece for the pin here that holds the lightsaber piece in place, because as you may know, it's red, so once you put the translucent blue piece on, or green piece, you can see it through the translucent part. So I don't know about that. I wish they had, you know, in a perfect world, I wish they had, you know, built a new pin or molded a new pin which is translucent to that color, respective lightsaber color. But of course, LEGO, you know, doesn't want to pay for new molds and stuff like that and new colors. And understandably, because that pin piece is universally used in basically every LEGO set ever, and the only way that they would use this pin piece is in the set to kind of hide it. So I understand their mindset with that. Anyways, this has been my review for the General Grievous Buildable Figure LEGO set, part of the Force Awakens kind of series of LEGO sets that have been released. Well, what do you think about this set? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let me know in the comments below. I also have another question. Which LEGO set of the Buildable Figure line do you want me to review? Of course, there's General Grievous, which I just did. Then there's Luke and Darth Vader, Commander Cody, Obi-Wan, and I'm pretty sure there's a Jango Fett figure as well. So which one of those do you want me to do next? Please put your ideas and opinions in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Jake with Mind Over Mind. If you like this video, please click like, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.